Okay, guys, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very clearly.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining today's call. Um, so today we are going to look at a few things we plan to do on mUzima, and then we shall review the progress we've made so far and any other business. So first, I'll just go straight and I'll share my screen. So I'm just sharing my the notes, a discussion we had with Sam yesterday on how to improve the initial setup wizard. So currently, as you may have, all of you may have tried, it's a long process to set up mUzima initially because once you log in, you need to select the cohorts you want, you select the forms, the concepts, and then download ops and encounters, which is a lengthy process. And some users feel like it's a repetitive process, especially if you are setting up many devices with the same type of encounter, the same type of cohorts and forms and so on. So what you're thinking, we need to simplify the initial setup process, and we want to take a similar approach to what OpenMRS is doing, so that you are given two options. You can choose a preset configuration, or you can do the manual way or the advanced way, like what we are doing currently. So what we think is we shall do some changes on the app and also some changes on the server-side module so that users can create configuration files, and a configuration file would include all the things that should be downloaded. Those are the locations, providers, cohorts, and the concepts. And we also want to set, for example, for various users, we would like to specify how many of the historical, how much of the historical data you want. Certain concepts like weight, they may want um, to get more data than other concepts. So there should be an option for them to specify how much ops they want for particular concepts. And if they don't specify, then we default to a certain value. And in this case, we default to all observations at the server side. So it's an upcoming task that we intend to do. I wonder whether it makes sense, whether you guys think it's the right way to go, or you have other suggestions relating to this, or maybe that, yeah, there are any questions that we can respond to. Does that make sense?
Okay, can I respond?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, what I think is that this makes a lot of sense, but I think that the implementation that we have right now should just remain the way it is, but then we come up with another alternative. Don't change it, because this one has its advantages too, because if it brings you all the cohorts and
Mm-hmm.
then and all the data is when you select the data that you want, there are
Mm-hmm.
some people while doing the setup, they actually don't know the data they want until they see.
Mm-hmm.
So the setup that we currently have has its
Mm-hmm.
own merits also. So I think we shouldn't actually do away with it. We should
Mm-hmm.
just add the other alternative of setting up without you being able to download those forms you set up is when you choose the form, or while setting up you find all the forms and then you choose the one you want to download, because I believe mUzima should be used for recording the data and also retrieving the data. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
So while
Yeah.
doing the retrieving the data, you might find the person who recorded the data is the one who will use that one, that you only select one cohort with the data that you prefer. But when a person is retrieving the data from the server, maybe this same person will work on different kinds of data. Maybe you want to see how many patients had encounters on this facility, and then you want to compare with the facility B with different patients. So like you'll need to be able to access all of them. So I think we should just add the new way of getting the forms that you need only, but we should also maintain this one, because the application serves both as a way of storing, pushing the data to the server, and also pulling the data. So both are valid and are very important.
Yeah. Actually, so there will be two options. Um, so the first option, which you would tag as recommended, is where you will choose a particular configuration.
Yeah.
But the current one, which would be tagged as advanced, would remain. So when you install the app, the first time you log in, you are given two choices. Do you want to go to use configuration or the recommended way, or do you want to go the advanced way? So when you choose advanced, then you are taken to the uh, cohort download page and you proceed through the other pages. But if you choose recommended, then you'd be given a list of configurations that have been set up at the server side. And the one we choose would lead to everything being set up so that the next page you're taken to is the dashboard. So it makes sense to retain the current workflow so that if users prefer that way, then that's what they would go with. And another reason why we are opting for this, the use of configurations, is that a particular implementation, let's say a facility or a hospital or a study, they would have the same set of forms, set of cohorts, and concepts they are working with. So you may have several users who are basically going to download the same kind of data on their devices. And therefore, to make it easier for the person who sets up the device, then they would set up this configuration at the server side and then have it to automatically download everything on the device while setting them up. Okay. Yeah. So Bonnie is asking, who is the advanced configuration meant for? So that's the user, like Mike has said. So any the provider who is using a device, they would actually use that configuration to set up their devices. So it can be the actual users, or it can be a technical person who is assisting them. Does it make sense, Bonnie? Cool. Okay, if there's no more questions or feedback on that one, we'll go to the next topic. So it's to look at any progress we've made so far. if anyone wants to report any updates on what or it could be programming, working on a particular ticket. So any feedback from Lake Hub?
Hi, Team Savai. How are you?
Hey, Derek.
Yeah, I had gone to the field and it's like I'm still on the way coming to the office. So I think allow me to go off air, then join the call in the next almost 10 minutes. I'm in town. We are walking over from the field to the office.
Um, hopefully the call will still be running, but you can still listen to it over the phone. I'm sure you can. Okay, so if there is no updates, Bonnie had some questions or some suggestions to also update the app. And first, he identified that our help system, if you go to the help menu within mUzima, there's comprehensive information on how to work with the app and more information on how to set up the server side and so on. So he identified areas that need to be things that he thinks the help is not really up to date. There are things that should be removed and there are things that should be added. So it was suggestion that anyone who has some time, you can look at the help and suggest what you think should be improved on it. So just want to make that as an announcement. So if there's no more questions, I think we'll go to AOBs. Any other topic anyone wants to discuss? Okay, so I'll take silence for a no. So that means we end today's call early. Hey, John. Um,
Hello. Hello.
hey, John.
Hi.
Yeah. So is there any update on what you're doing, or I think guys would like to hear you. Last time we couldn't reach you on the call.
Yeah, I'm making progress.
Mhm.
As of yesterday, my system crashed, so I am rectifying that, and then I should be able to finish it in the next days. Yeah.
Okay, you are very low, but yeah.
Hello.
Hey, John, I can hear you, but I think you are very low.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very low for Joanne, but she's working on a ticket to extract hard-coded text or strings within the app and move it to the resource files. So she's making some progress, and I think that's what she was explaining. So we'll wait to see what feedback she has in the next couple of days. So I think we'll end today's call there, unless.
Just a question for you. Just a question for you, Mike. Did you happen to talk to or to meet Cecilia, the one working on Swahili translation?
Yeah, I happened to talk to her. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, I talked to her on phone, and I downloaded the Excel file sheets.
Okay.
Yeah, and I forwarded the Excel file sheets to her.
Okay.
But from there, I haven't gotten feedback from her, of
Okay.
which I'll make a follow up with her on Friday
Okay, thanks for that.
during Lekab mUzima meetup.
Okay, fine.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you guys for joining today's call. Let's talk again in the next 1 week.
Okay, thank you. Have a nice afternoon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.